Alright, hello, good morning gamers. Welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today we are going to be starting a new DLC that was recently added to Total War Warhammer 3. This was gifted by Barry, so shout out to Barry. And if we go to campaign here, and Immortal Empires, Grand Cathay, and it's this one.
By my eternal oath, I
Furries.
stand with Cathay.
So they added Bhashiva, the White Tiger, and Tiger Forces. So you can make whole armies of tiger people now. They added these to Cathay, which is the region that is kind of based off like Asiatic culture. So faction effects. The Lord of Shenyang can maintain a limited number of Lords and Cathayan units. Improved settlement infrastructure and Tiger Warrior units. Allows access to Cathayan units and army improvements. Has good relations with Western provinces. That's this guy. Upkeep is reduced for Tiger Warrior units in all armies by 15%. In this Lord's army, Tiger units heal faster. During ambushes, melee attack and defense is increased, speed is increased to the whole army, and passive ability White Tiger. All Tiger Warriors near the Lord get increased leadership and attack. So, we are going to play it on max difficulty, that's legendary and very hard, and we are going till at least we get the short victory. For those who have not played Total War before, there's a short victory, which usually, maybe takes like a few play sessions to get to. Long victory is a lot more. And then there is the ultimate victory, which is like, I've actually never done that in 1,000 hours. It's basically like 100% the whole map. That's like a 50-hour project. What's wrong with this char's ears? This char? New content, better start a new campaign with Carl France. We played Carl once. Greetings all. Hey Corwin. I fell asleep watching you, and now you're here again for my lunch break. I was waiting on you to get back, Dallo. Oh. Bhashiva comes with the cinematic.
The Cathayan desert is unforgiving. Yet, to the Tiger Warriors, it is home. For generations, the frontier beyond the mountains of heaven has sheltered them from Sinch's schemes. Guided there by the living prophecy of the White Tiger. Now, chaos waxes strong once more, and Bhashiva rises against its time. A mercenary lord of Shenyang, poised between her oath and a mandate of reckoning against the powers of ruin. The desert tigress leads into the gathering dark.
So we're gonna be fighting against Tzeentch, the blue demons.
Hunt with me, Tiger Warriors. Through honor, we persevere.
Okay, Claws of the White Tiger. As the forces of chaos swell once more, the White Tiger arises to meet them in battle. Patrolling Grand Cathay's western border, Bhashiva leads her company of Tiger Warriors in service to Zhao Ming, whose iron favor affords her the myriad martial boons of the armies of Shenyang. More than just flesh and steel are needed to face chaos, the Tiger Warriors' core beliefs and customs, rooted in their Tiger Court, hold the key to advancing many aspects of their warrior culture. To benefit from its powers, Bhashiva must reclaim priceless relics of her people scattered throughout the world, bolstering herself in the struggle against her ruinous powers that scheme against her. Defeat, yeah, okay, that's the newbie quest. Okay, so... Okay, I know where I'm at now. So, right here, this is where, the Vampire Court starts. What's his name? Helman Gorse? He starts right there. Up here is ogres. And this is actually Cathay right here. So we're just outside of Cathay on the western side. Let me start with this city. Okay. So we always start with a hero that you usually want to merge into your army.
Acceptable.
Claw Speaker. This is a new unit. He did not exist last time I played. Looks like it's got Beast Magic. Beast Magic's pretty good. Replenish troops. That's awesome. That means if you put it in an army, that whole army heals faster. Replenish troops or increase mobility are, in my opinion, the best things to have on your first hero.
Prophecy
Okay.
runs through my veins.
And she starts with herself, the Claw Speaker, 2 groups of Tiger Warriors, 2 groups of Jade Halberds, 1 Iron Claw Tiger Warriors. How are they different? Looks like the iron ones have more health, more armor, more leadership, less attack, less strength, more defense. So they're tankier. And some Jade crossbows.
Bhashiva.
Okay.
None shun the tigress's coin.
Could hire some ogre mercenaries if I wanted.
Lest our enemies do the stalking. Desert
All right.
tigress.
So, save the game just in case I muck this up, and hit this guy. Decisive victory. Alright, we're going to do it on manual so we can try these guys out. Excuse me. Windshark says, Muck, I watched the evening VOD. Your face at the end of New War Quest could be made into an emote. Dude, that was really weird. That whole quest line and especially the end were really weird. Okay.
Kamau is with me.
Wait, does she have stealth? Why is she hidden right now? Hidden Huntress affects an enemy. Okay, so she can slow an enemy down and reduce their defense. If charging, she gets a bunch of bonuses with a cooldown. Reveals units of 50 meters. Okay, so if there is no enemies near her, she has reveal for everything in 50 meters. So she can see stealth on enemies. The White Tiger buff, Encourage, Vanguard, Strider, Stalk. Yeah. Okay, she does have invis. Devastating Flanker, Tiger Warrior. Okay. Alright.
Claw Speaker.
And then we got this guy. Caster unit.
Warriors.
And the Tiger Warriors.
Iron Claw.
The Iron Claw Tiger Warriors.
Jade Warriors.
The Jade Halberds.
Awesome bowman.
And 2 groups of crossbowmen. Okay.
Tiger Warriors. In Kamau's name.
Order and balance.
One with the winds. Warriors.
Let's try something like this. Okay, are they going to come toward me?
Bhashiva.
Let's try to move away from the trees a little bit. Okay.
In Kamau's name.
So they're trying to flank us with some saber tusks.
Claws are sharp.
Let's put a buff on them.
A bloodline on bone. Ready to pounce. Claw Speaker. bloodline unbowed. Tiger warriors. Now die. All hail Bhashiva! Blade of Shangyang.
Most of them are on the run right now.
Warrior Tiger.
Use her special ability to debuff him.
Claw Speaker.
Now, if all the enemies are running at the same time, it just gives you the win. There we go. What's her speed, by the way? 54. Okay. Alright, cool. We took very little damage there. I wish I could understand these kind of games more. I try to play and everyone just dies very quickly. Only not the enemies. Like, I could see right now you have a lot of units in formation. I could try to explain what I'm doing. In terms of grand strategy for Forex games, where does this fall in terms of difficulty? Jazz and I actually haven't played that many grand strategy games. So I could tell you a lot about this game, but I couldn't really tell you how it compares to others. I make them all jump in the mosh pit and hope for the best. I mean, there's a few different things. Like, for example, I saw that the armor was higher on the Iron Claw warriors, so I had them on the front row. And the Tiger warriors had less armor, so I had them back a little bit, and then they rushed in after the forces clashed. I had one group of them rush in to help with the front line after the forces had smashed into each other, and the other group was chasing the Saber-Tusks around. Because if the Saber-Tusk had gotten to my crossbowmen, they would have ripped them apart. That would have been very bad. Okay, so choose some treasury, some XP, or some gold. 300 gold is not much. We don't need the replenishment, so I guess I'll take the XP.
Time to bloody your hands.
The White Tiger's calling. To serve as a lord of Shangyang is a sworn duty that permits no negligence beneath the exacting gaze of the Iron Dragon. Many ages after your people's fateful crossing from beyond the mountains of heaven, the Tiger Warriors have grown to proudly call the Empire's western frontier their home and a hunting ground fit for your vigil as the White Tiger. Yet that sacred duty bears terrible burden, for yours is a prophetic charge that awakens only in times of great peril. Now such peril gathers upon the horizon, and your claw speakers warn of violent turmoil in the elemental winds. At their behest, you must seek out the long-lost artifacts of your people scattered throughout the world. To lead the Tiger Warriors to victory, you must occupy marked settlements containing relics. And it says you need to capture Blood Peak, and there's a relic there. Alright. Okay. And did not level up from the first fight. Okay.
I lead us to salvation.
Can
I'm not one in charge round here. Ready for the hunt.
Alright, save. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach Blood Peak on one turn.
Make Kamo proud.
Close victory. Okay, so because it says close victory, that means if I hit auto, I'm going to take a lot of damage. Because it's saying that you're barely going to win. But if I do this on manual, I'm pretty sure I can do this without taking much damage. So, first little random tip here. Most units in this game, if they've got a big two-hand type thing, like a spear or a halberd or a pike, they are better at fighting large units. So if I click on these Jade Warriors, you see they've got a little icon here that says bonus versus large. Okay? But then if I click on her, she has bonus versus infantry, so tiny units. So if you're fighting a large opponent like an ogre, these Jade Warriors with halberds will be much better. So the enemy in this fight has ogres and noblars, which are kind of like goblins. I want my spearmen, basically, to be up front and handling the ogres as best as possible. So right now, I've got the crossbowmen here. They can shoot over If these were riflemen, they would need direct line of sight. But crossbowmen can shoot over. I've got the halberds, and the Ironclaw Tiger Warriors because they're really tanky. And Tiger Warriors are more of like damage dealers. They're not as tanky. So they're ready to swoop in after the two sides meet together. Alright, so there's the enemy camp. I'm just going to hit select all, hold alt, and click and drag. And I can move them all while maintaining the current formation. And just speed the game up while we're waiting on that to happen. Okay, and I'll slow it back down now. And the crossbowmen are starting to open fire.
Warrior Tigress.
Move up again.
Blade of Shangyang.
Warriors!
And we can squish these together a little bit. Now again, the archers can shoot in an arc, so they can to some extent shoot over these walls.
Tiger Warriors. Tigers, forward. Bhashiva with ease. Claws are sharp.
Now the orange bar underneath the crossbowmen is their current ammo. When that orange bar runs out, that's when they run out of ammo. So I don't need to charge in there right now if I can keep just chipping them down. There is ammo? Yeah. There are very few ranged units in the game that can just fire forever. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to push in here. There's a archer tower over there that is able to hit us, so we don't want to drag our feet too long on this. I'm gonna manually tell them to hit those. So they've got goblins here with slings that are shooting us right now. Throw a buff on her. Never thought I'd see the day where Muck's playing cat girls. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get with me. Alright, now the towers shooting at me are maintained by supply camps. If you capture a supply camp, anything that's connected with those little red lines will despawn. And it will no longer be bothering me. Alright, and by getting inside this square, that's how we capture stuff. Now our archers are almost out of ammo. Alright, so we just captured that. So that tower was destroyed because it was connected. Alright, gonna use her ability to debuff this guy. And he's currently hitting my caster unit, which is taking a beating. He's already at half health, so I'm gonna tell him to back up.
Speed, not haste.
And tell the halberds to work on him. Now, he is a large unit, and so they should do very good.
Warrior, with me, brothers.
Kamau is with me.
And they've suffered too many losses, so their remaining units just lost morale and gave up. And that's it. Alright. Yeah, they lost 240 units, and they were like, we quit. And you can see from the number of kills over here that the crossbowmen did a lot of it. Morning, all. Hey, Celix. Muck, do you use the little green-red triangle on top of the units to see what they're strong against? No, I normally don't look at that. But I've played it enough that I kind of get it. You know, like, I know, like, these units are okay against everything. These are large, so avoid enemy spearmen with these units, you know, things like that.
Time to bloody your hands. Bhashiva.
So I can't make it to Blood Peak this turn. Okay, so we got some level ups here.
Foes.
So you almost always want to take Route Marcher for your first level up. It makes your army able to move farther each turn.
Law speaker.
Shive, we're going to get replenishment rates, so the whole army heals faster each turn.
Desert tiger.
Now, this line right here is the edge of the province. If she ends her turn there, and it considers her in a different province, she will not get health recovery at the end of the turn. So we're going to make sure that she's in our province at the end of the turn. And that also means that we can recruit some units. So peasants or tigers. Well, I mean, yeah, the tigers are way better than peasants. Yeah. But they're more expensive too. So trade-off. So we can hire 2 units per turn from this. So we're going to do that. There was also an option, before I destroyed that ogre camp, there was an option to hire mercenary ogres, but I wasn't really concerned with that, but it was something I could have done. Alright, guess let's get the... Get yin healing. So this is research. It's free. It just takes time. So like this is 2 turns. And then some of my units will heal faster and also a higher chance of finding magic items after each battle.
Wisdom flows through us.
Alright, and then here we can start building something. Let's get growth. Such a weird province. So this almost L-shaped province is the starting one for these guys. Caravans. Dispatchers play here. It's level. Decide which cargo the caravan should take. The more cargo, the greater the reward. Okay. Can I... Yeah, I know how caravans work. Alright, so... A caravan in this game is an army that you have minimal control over. However, it will... It basically, you can send it to a location to do a trade with someone else, and if it reaches there alive, then you get goodies. So we're going to take that one. Now, the first one, if memory serves, the first trade you do with each thing, you get something extra nice. And I believe Castle Drakenhof is the vampires, and you get a sword that gives regeneration, which is really powerful. So I'm going to try going there first. You'll get favor for doing this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And end turn 1. Did they ever improve sieges in this game? I remember hearing they were working on revamping them. Yeah, they did a thing, and it's an optional setting that you can turn on that makes sieges take longer for players to try to lean toward realism. Because like right now, if you have your troops run up to an enemy wall, they all pull what people call pocket ladders out. They just pull out like a giant ladder and put it against the wall, and they start going up. Now, it still has a defender's advantage because people go up the ladders one at a time, but the whole pocket ladders thing doesn't exist if you turn on the different siege battle setting. And in that one, you have to do, like, you know, battering rams and things like that. Alright, unexpected salvage. Gain cargo, maintain cargo round. I'll gain cargo.
Kamau's chosen.
Okay. So, this one... Alright, that's just one dude plus the garrison. Alright, that should be fine. So I'm gonna save the game.
Swift and lethal.
Alright. So it says decisive victory. So if I hit auto, it should be pretty easy, and we shouldn't take much damage. And that will, when you take a city, that also ends your turn. So then they would recover health after. So let's hit auto and see. I could have definitely done better if I did it on manual. So we got quite a few troops lost, like half their units. Okay. Alright, so you can burn it down, sack it, so just take money but leave it, damage it and occupy it, or just occupy it. Now the main thing we need is this relic token. This is like the new thing. So we'll just occupy it.
White Tiger.
Tiger Court unlocked. Tiger Court now available. It can be accessed here. The Tiger Court allows Tiger warriors to enhance their units, buildings, and other aspects of the campaign. The Tiger Court's powers are divided into the panel's 3 pillars dedicated to Kamau, the White Tiger, and Thousand Gods. Selecting a pillar's banner allows you to devote a relic to it. Each Tiger Court pillar has 5 levels of devotion. Each time a relic is devoted to a pillar, devotion level increases, strengthening the Tiger Court's impact. Current and potential effects are detailed by the list and tooltips viewed on the right side of the panel. Relics can be spread across multiple pillars or focused on a single pillar's benefits. Reaching level 3 devotion for a pillar unlocks powerful oaths accessed via the central octagonal icon. Oaths grant unique campaign abilities for Tiger Lords and other significant effects, but only one oath can be active at once and has a cooldown period once deactivated. Campaign abilities can be viewed above the character info panel when Bhashiva or a Sawai Lord is selected. Okay. Alright, so this one... Armor piercing, charge, unyielding assault, relentless hunters, ambush chance, speed. Okay, so this is more about offense. This one, leadership, vigor loss reduction, immune psychology, pack hunters. Allegiance points gain, allied recruitment cost. Okay, this is kind of like all-rounded. Physical resistance, melee defense.
Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy!
And this is more defense. Okay. So, level 1 of this is more physical resistance and melee defense for all Tiger warriors. I'll do that.
Our traditions are passed on through our actions.